Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV, viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel or you haven't subscribed as yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. So the West Indies put on a dominant performance today to complete a series sweep over South Africa by winning the third T20 match today at Sabina Park. So in this video, we're going to be reviewing the match. There were a lot of brilliant performances by various members of the West Indies team. It was a complete overall team performance, right? So we're going to be reviewing the match and the scores and everything, right? So getting straight into it. So in this match, South Africa batted first in this match. West Indies batted first in the previous two matches, but South Africa batted first in this match, and they were only able to score 163 for 7 of their 20 overs. It was brilliant bowling by the West Indies to restrict them to such a small total. And it's been brilliant bowling by the West Indies throughout the entire series, right? But especially in this match, so South Africa batting first. Their top scorers for them in their innings was Rossi van der Dussen. He got 55. He scored 51 of 31. So he was their top scorer. But it was brilliant bowling by the West Indies to get the other batsmen out. So Quinton de Kock scored 19. Wian Mulder scored 36 of 28. And Ryan Rickleton scored 18. So they were the main contributors for South Africa in their innings, but it was brilliant bowling by the West Indies to restrict them to such a small total. Starting from the front, with Akil Hussain and Shamar Joseph in the power play, getting the team off to a good start. Shamar Joseph, getting the wicket of Risa Hendricks early in the power play. Hendricks has in the previous two matches, Hendricks have scored runs and was definitely looked like the most dangerous South African batsman, along with Quinton de Kock. And Shamar Joseph got him early in this match. He only made 6. So that definitely got the West Indies off to a good start. And from that good start, they just continued to take wickets at regular intervals, hence restricting South Africa to a very small total of 163. So bowling for the West Indies, we have Obed Makwai. He took 3 for 39 from his 4 overs, so he took the most wickets. Gudakesh Motie, he only bowled 3 overs in this time, but he took 2 for 21. So another very economical spell by Gudakesh Motie in this match again. Brilliant bowling by Motie throughout this entire series. He took 8 wickets for the entire series, and he was actually named the player of the series. But we'll get to that in a few. Also in the wickets column for the West Indies was Shamar Joseph. It was a brilliant bowling performance by him in this match. So from his 4 overs, he took 2 for 26. Right, so Joseph, Mackay, and Motie were the wicket takers for the West Indies. Other bowlers in the match, Akil Hussain, he definitely had a better bowling performance in this match as far as economy is concerned. It was a lot more economical than the previous 2 matches. So he bowled his 4 overs for 31 runs. And Fabian Allen also bowled 3 overs for 25. And Hayden Walsh bowled 2 overs for 18. So an overall good team bowling performance. All the bowlers played their part. Even if they didn't take wickets, they were economical. And that's the goal in T20. You either take wickets or you try to restrict the batsman as much as possible. And that's what the bowlers did, right? So the West Indies, in reply, they got to 165 for 2 of just 13.5 overs, right? So they chased down this total in pretty fast, very quick. And that was all due to the innings that was played by Johnson Charles. He made 69 from just 26 balls, right? Smashing boundaries all over the place. Brandon King also contributed with 44 from 28. And Kyle Mayers also made 36 from 23. right? So the top, the top order again, showing up and showing out, scoring runs for the team and bringing the team over the line, right? But that innings from Johnson Charles, him making 69 from 26 was top quality innings, top class. He hit a lot of boundaries, and it wasn't the typical, with Johnson Charles, he has a huge bat swing, right? So a lot of times when he hit boundaries, especially sixes, it's usually over cow corner on the leg side. But in this innings, he was playing shots through the offside, delicate shots as well, manipulating the field pretty much, right? So um, with little niggles and cuts, he played a brilliant you call it an uppercut or a cut shot over third man for six off Norkia, which was very impressive. You don't normally see Charles doing that. And even in the post game interview, he said, in the camp in that which they had in Antigua, he's been working on a few things in his game, and it definitely paid off for him today. And if you watch the previous two matches, Johnson Charles was one of the batsmen that didn't score any runs, right? He didn't score any runs in the previous two matches, so he was definitely under pressure, a lot of pressure, even if not from the coaching staff and the team. A lot of fans, were criticizing his performances in the previous matches. So it was definitely good to see him, showing up in this match and scoring some runs and getting some sort of form. And not only that, building his confidence heading into the World Cup, because confidence plays a huge part in cricket. So him scoring a half century at such a fast pace in this match definitely bodes well for him and his confidence going into the World Cup. Um, Brandon King, he just continued on his with his brilliant form throughout the series. Another good score. Unfortunately, he didn't get to a half century, but nevertheless, 44 is you will take that any day in a T20 match, right? So another brilliant innings by Brandon King. He was actually the top scorer for the series. He scored the most runs in the series. He wasn't named the player of the series though, because it was given to Motie for his bowling performances. But Brandon King definitely in good form as well, heading into the World Cup. Kyle Mayers as well, who has been named as a reserve for the T20 World Cup. Another brilliant innings by him. So he had had good innings in all three matches. Scoring in the 30s in all three matches. So Kyle Mayers is definitely in some form going into the World Cup. So if needed, if any of the players get injured and Kyle Mayers is needed, definitely good to know that he is in some form. And if needed, he can come in and perform with the bat for the team. But overall, it was a brilliant performance by the West Indies team in this match again. Very comprehensive victory. Chasing down 116 in just 13 overs. That's very impressive, right? So I must say the batting in this series has been very good. Apart from the first match where the middle order kind of collapsed, and but nevertheless, the batting has been good, and the bowling, I must say, the bowling has surprised me in this series. Um, Definitely bowled well. They out bowled South Africa and out batted them as well, but the bowling definitely surprised me in this series, I must say. So a huge shout out to the West Indies for a very impressive series victory and also sweeping South Africa in this series. This is the first time they have swept South Africa in a T20 series, so a huge shout out to them. So definitely looking forward to see how they do in the warm-up match against Australia and then in the World Cup. But that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Definitely share your thoughts in the comment section and share the video, and I'll see you in the next video.